Hello. So I am just going to do a short recap of pretty much where I'm at as far as the Great Lock-in is concerned, or just pretty much an overall recap of the last month. So I was able to get a whole bunch of stuff done. So especially for my Malaysia, just my brand or whatever you want to call it, about my solo travels, I have successfully uploaded, edited, um, all of the things, and it was almost 40 videos worth of content. So I got my stuff scheduled and like pushed all the way out. And to be honest, it's such a blessing, like the experience that I have now, how I pretty much understand how to do like my vlogging and how to speak and how to sort of like interact. And I was way more able to be more engaged, but also I was doing a lot of likes and this, that, and the other. I was really, really nervous. And now I feel like I can be myself a little bit more or be more comfortable in who I am. So yes, I was able to do that. I was able to pretty much like get my regimen together as far as like how I was going to do my hair. So pretty much the method to my madness is I either, do the front part first and then do the nape of my neck, which the hair is more finer, so it's more looser and it takes more of like more time. But at least being able to do that and also like twist my hair, almost like a palm rolling method, so everything stays intact like each month. So I would dial it back. I in between my actual reties, I do a palm rolling method to keep my hair pretty much intact for the most part and to keep the parts nice and crisp. But also when I actually retie, I will go back in, do like the method of like palm rolling. I'll use the gel, the salt spray, sea salt spray, which I didn't think I was going to find in Southeast Asia, but I did, and pretty much separate all my parts, because that is what took me forever to do, was literally keeping my parts intact. And by the way, I have like last time I counted, I had like 450 locks. So when I did it that way, much better, much better. And I've also started taking vitamins and things like that to sort of just stop my hormones, I feel like, from like fluctuating, because like every time I have a cycle, I, either I break out or, whatever, and feeling like, like groggy and stuff like that. And I am 34 now. So it's like, let me just look into certain things and be like, make sure that I am getting like a proper like vitamin intake and try to keep myself as healthy as possible. I mean, you don't want to lose your health, but I'm like, I know that I'm far from that, but it's like, you can always do better, I mean, in my opinion, you can always do better. So even when talking about health, I have been at least working out or doing something consistently to get myself back to where I was or where I want to be, as far as my weight, my body, and being more cautious about, my intake, what I'm eating, how much I'm eating, when I'm eating. And the thing about it is when I'm eating. So this whole like almost like intermediate fasting type of thing, I'm trying to turn it not necessarily into a lifestyle, far as, I'm planning on eating between like 9 or like 10 o'clock in the morning, and the last time I eat anything is before 6 or 7 o'clock at night. That's like regular, but it's a little bit more stringent because I'm more hyper focused on getting my body jump started, and I'm trying to train myself to keep these same eating habits, because I have pretty much a lifetime of late eating, late snacking, getting up and just eat. I have a really bad habit of doing that. So I do want to stop doing that. I am going to stop doing that, and I'm getting myself together when it comes to that situation overall. So even with my interior design channel, I completely took out the 3D design, all of that stuff. Like, it's too much for me to do all of that stuff and to be creative and to make the videos and to not just making the videos but editing the videos, finding the music for the videos, like the rendering, waiting time for that, and like if it doesn't turn out, and the lighting and all that other stuff. And I was like, I'm just going back to hand drawing mood boards and stuff like that, so at least off the top I can at least draw it, get it together. So that part right there is going to be more focused on next month, so November. So this is October, so Exodus Summit is literally this weekend. So I will be figuring out what I will be doing via like my money and investing, because like I said, when I start making this money, when the money starts rolling in crazy, I know where I'm gonna put it, where it's gonna go, and all of the things. Like, I want to have a plan already set up for my money, for my finances. And even if I don't necessarily have a plan, I do have a person that I can go to. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, because I can't really tell you guys like in detail like what I'm doing, not because I don't want to, but I don't know what I don't know. Like, I can't even tell you what Bitcoin is. I still don't know what that is. So, you know, we're going to see. And also like how I'm going to invest, like if I'm going to be trying to get like dividends back, am I trying to just do things that's more of like a compound interest, even some money that's in my existing retirement plans and stuff like that. Like, what am I going to do with that? Like, is getting like what's getting taxed, what's not getting taxed. Like, the ones that I have are the ones that's going to get taxed when I get to, you know, take the money out eventually. And it's like, do I, you know, and it's trying to like figure it out and essentially at least put myself in a situation where I will be retiring early, or if I want to retire early, you know, I can, essentially, you know. But I like what I do now, so it's not like it's like bad, but it's like, that's why I'm trying to keep my life easy, you know, because I know me. I need to be doing something, you know. So yeah. So even with that, I am also I hate when I do that, because it's like so many things that's running through my mind, and I feel like I'm actually doing like really good time, but I am getting to the point that I am flag nabbed. What was I about to say? It's to the point that what was I going to freaking say? Because I swear, as soon as I turn this bitch off, as soon as I turn it off, I'm going to remember what it is. And I know that it has to do with my, oh yes, so continuing on from like even the aspects of interior design, and I'm like, that's just going to be part of my weekly vlog. And after I get viewership, and after I actually get like a membership and community and stuff like that, I can start taking people's either opinions about stuff. Like, literally, I'll just be creating and being creative and putting my, you know, 2 cents in with my overall outlet of, hey, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm creating, just like right off the top. So that's one of the main things that I wanted to do, but I've noticed, and then I like, you know, figured it out, or not just figured it out, but I just came to terms with that at least now that's not for me. And with it not being for me, I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, this is all the things that I'm gonna do and put all this energy into it. And it's also all this money I was putting into everything. So now that I've been working and homing myself in on my workflow, which is amazing, even better, like my cost overall has gone down significantly. Like when I mean significantly, like I would say like maybe 70%. I was able to like lessen my costs, which is like a whole nother thing that I'm just gonna have to probably talk about. Is don't put that extra money in there until you can start getting that money back in return, because it can be a money pit. It really can, especially if you're trying to do things, I wouldn't say the old school way, but if you're, for example, like my YouTube, like I didn't do any ads. I didn't do any, things to put my videos in front of people or to push my videos and stuff like that. So, I just did it the way of like, the organic way. That's what I should say. I did it more the organic way. So those are just some things to sort of like, I guess, consider if, you're following me and you wanted to, I guess, know what I'm doing or figure out what I'm doing, or at least have like a little window. And also, hey, there's another person that's here doing things for the great lock-in and stuff like that. So I just wanted to give like my little tidbit of what I've been doing, where I'm at. And like that's a whole nother thing, is like I can feel it. Like I can feel the just abundance coming in. Like I said, like I already live a good life. Like to be able to slow travel, work on my own accord, do what I want to do when I want to do it. I have no qualms or anything about my life, to be honest. I just need, like how us ladies, how is like the stability of it all. That's all I'm saying. It's just the stability of it all. Like I want to be able to, one, you know what, I don't even trust people touching my hair, because I have a whole nother story about that. But I am to the point that I want all my, I know that I am going to want to have a condo or have a place just so I could put my clothes, because now I'm sort of like settling in, opening up more to like just like my femininity, my own identity, and also, even the merge of who I am and also who I am, creating myself to be, and the person that I want to be, and like in full circle. So obviously, like, I mean, I'm beaming about it now, as you can see, but yeah, I have these ideas cooking. I will be doing an entire series. You probably won't see this particular series. I'm going to try to film it in November, if not December, before I go to Vietnam, because when I go to Vietnam, I will just be mentally clocking out. I will be reading anime. I will be watching, just watching stuff and like literally mentally checking out. I will not be doing anything, but I will start working and showing you guys like the process of even using things like AI, but even personally going to someone to do like a color analysis, clothing analysis. I'm going to go through and see if I can figure it out myself, but then also go to a professional. So I want to have like a really good like leadway, because to be honest, like what I want in the vibe that I'm looking for and that I'm feeling for myself in things, and not just things but pieces, and articles of clothing that I want per se, is very niche. Like this is my identity. This is like who I am. So I will be talking about that. I will be having like little potential like lookbooks and stuff like that, because it's even specifically with my lifestyle, and there'll be levels to it. So there'll be stuff that can fit into my suitcase, if I can, which I will also be looking for, but if I can, practically get all my stuff made for the most part, and get myself in a position where, especially my pants are long enough. I hate that. Also, you know, me having like, you know, wider shoulders and stuff, I do need like a V-neck, but in this type of like really light weight material, and then, you know, knowing my colors and stuff like that, and trying to get, you know, everything together. Because like on camera, be like, girl, what are you talking about? You don't look. But I'm like, I know me, and compared to, you know, the greater, that's why I'm going to stop explaining myself when it comes to that, because I know what looks good on me, and I know what makes me feel good. So I need to get myself out of that habit of explaining myself. But yes, so that's pretty much what I've done for the whole, all of last month. Like I said, I will be finishing up. I have Exit Summit, and then I'll also be finishing up editing all my interior design videos, probably to like the rest of, not just this year, girl, next year. Like, I was like, if I'm doing this well, or doing this good, this far ahead of time, I'm like, I can finish all of these videos before the end of October, and then I still got November and December, and I already got done with all the other videos. That's why y'all haven't been seeing me. I know what I said, but your girl been having like revelations after revelations after revelations. So with that, when I start to be consistent, it's going to stay consistent. So that's why I'm editing and doing everything now, understanding my workflow, which I do now. I understand my workflow completely. I am like, okay, this is the stamp. So even with that, everything's good, everything's gravy. I just gotta, you know, pump through, make it through this month, and all the extra creative stuff is going to start coming in. I'm going to start putting all my stuff together as far as like just overall like ideas, designs, the whole shebang. So I will see you guys later, and this is going to be an amazing journey. Thank you for watching.